a Media Monsters film presentation.
And obviously, Kenneth Chamberlain Jr. I talked to my daughter about what I was going to say, and she's 11 years old. She said, just speak about what you know, Dad. And what I know is that when I found out about what happened to Kenneth Chamberlain Sr., I was really disappointed. Because I want to be able to teach my kids what I was taught, that police officers are to protect and serve. And they're supposed to be good people. But the thing that I've learned is having a badge does not make you a good person. Being a good person is what makes you a good person.
That's right.
As Benjamin Franklin said, rebelling against tyranny is obedience to God. And when I think of 1968, it was before my time, but I think of Tommy Smith and I think of John Carlos bravely at the Olympics in Mexico City, putting their fist up. It wasn't about black power, but it was about the civil rights, human rights, and the American dream. And that American dream is being taken from people. Not just people of color, but people that don't have money. Because if Ken Chamberlain Sr. was in a mansion, there's no way in hell that those racist officers would have shouted in the flag and kicked his door. I want to know, as the pastor said, when are people going to get that enough? I heard the rhetoric from our politicians addressing Iran, and they say all options are on the table. But when I'm saying to Anthony Corelli, who beat up a computer tech at my school and called him a raghead and shot a Marine veteran as he called him the N-word and tormented him in his own home, that if you're not prosecuting Anthony Corelli, all options are on the table.
All right.
It's time that we stop talking about making a difference and then we actually do it.
That's right.
And what I've been doing is talking to my friends, and we don't want to sound violent or sound like sensationalists, because I believe that we can get these people out of office that are covering things up, like the district attorney.
That's right.
That's what we have to do. And when I saw a letter from the President of the United States thanking Kenneth Chamberlain Sr. for his service to his country, this was before the election. This was very risky for the president to do this. Especially in red states where they would see that and say that he's pandering to, to minorities or what have you. By the president doing that, he's saying that we're in the right. That what those officers did by violating Ken Chamberlain Sr.'s Fourth Amendment rights and breaking into his home, calling him the N-word, is wrong. And indeed it is wrong. It's an example of a hate crime. And if a black man were to do that in a white person's house, the truth of the matter is he would be facing the death penalty. So why, at the bare minimum, is this officer not stripped of his badge and gun? Because if this happened to a white person, like I said, he'd be facing the death penalty.
Right.
So this is just clearly, absolutely unbelievable what's going on. And now, an NYPD officer was going to try to eat women. I don't know if you guys are paying attention to the news. I mean, who are they hiring in these jobs? It's just unbelievable. So basically what I want people to think about is two of my heroes. And I'll get off my soapbox. Robert F. Kennedy and Martin Luther King.
Yes. Wait a minute.
These guys were not scared to die for what they believe in. I think a lot of people today are scared. But I look out into this audience and I don't see scared people. What I see is a bunch of crusaders. And I've never been more honored to be standing side by side with Ken Chamberlain Jr., with Damon K. Jones, and with Mayo Bartlett. Because these guys are not only crusaders and fearless, but they are salt of the earth, human beings, and fine example of American heroes. So I think we need to have the spirit of 1968 back.
That's right.
God bless America.
That's right.